You call a Cuban a Puerto Rican, watch out. You call a Puerto Rican a Mexican, just out now and Gio bit my head off. Don't mess with that stuff. It's very specific and very, very real. And proud. It's a proud thing.
Good evening, and welcome to Omniboslive. Notice that I have the correct logo up there.
Yeah, we're all on time.
And everybody was on time.
Even Jess, who's sometimes late to his own show.
What? Huh?
Yeah.
Nah.
Glass houses, Jess. Something about glass houses and taking a shower. I don't know how it goes.
So we are the Omnibros Live. We're Gabe, me, Jess, and we've got Gio with us. We're going to be talking about hauls, reads, and previews. And there will be a significant less amount of arguing because Omar's not here.
Phew. I mean,
now we lost viewers.
Yeah, you're right.
We come for the
probably.
Yeah.
Probably lost viewers. Well, we'll tell you about Marvel Omnis that are coming out too. He's not the only one that knows.
And if this is your first time here, gangstas, because somebody's saying, yo, what up, gangsta, in the chat, hit that subscribe button.
And the like button.
And the like button.
Yes. Yes, please.
And trying to think of a segue. I'm sorry. Not going to work.
That's okay.
I was like, how do I spin subscription? Oh, speaking of subscriptions, comic books have subscriptions. And then
That's
you get
right.
those comic books into giant size, phone book sized omnibuses. Where can we get those from, though, Jess?
Well, first we have to. That was a long segue. So
I'm sorry. I know. I just kept going.
let's just acknowledge Mac Haven Comic. He's like subscribing to the super chat. $10. Thank you, Mac.
Yeah, thank you.
OmniBros
Wow.
currently reorganizing my comic collection. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Oh, man.
Reorganizing.
It's easier. Oh my God. One of the things that people never ever talk about when it comes down to why omnis are a preferred method of or format as opposed to singles. The one thing that everybody forgets is reorganizing your omnibus collection is a billion times more fun than trying to reorganize your single issues. That's the worst. All that shifting and stuff like that. God, kill me, man. That's the kind of job that you do in a comic book store, but that's the job that you avoid and try to pawn off to somebody else.
Yeah.
And I'm an Olympic champ at doing that. I'm not shifting the entire universe over here to fit in Ultra Force. God.
I know. Totally. So when we're talking about omnibuses and collected editions being easier to organize than singles, the best place to get your collected editions is in stocktrades.com, where you can get your collected editions up to 50% off. Loyalty discounts add another 2% to that. If you're in the United States and you order $50 or more worth of comics, you get free shipping. And that's going to be a big deal in my case because I just ordered a boatload of comics for the Valentine's Day sale. And it would probably be $25 worth of shipping on my order. It's going to be free. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's in stocktrades.com.
Oh,
our
another
buddies.
super chat.
We love them. Another super chat. Oh, from Mac Haven. Wow. He's making it rain them singles. Yeah, I'm reorganizing my singles. Okay.
Yeah, man, have fun with that. Jesus. But that's the thing that you have to stay committed to that. Like, if you fall away from reorganizing your singles on a regular basis, you're going to hit a point of no return where you're just going to say, forget it and just never organize it again.
Here's the question. Jess, you know that you have to do a haul video for your 17 books that you ordered. I can't.
You came to the right place.
I can do the haul video on OmniBros because my wife doesn't watch OmniBros. I can't do it on my channel now because she watches my channel too much.
I don't know how I feel about that. She watches your show, but not our show that includes you.
Well, she did Manga Bros. Why did I hit that? Get out of there. Why did I hit that?
Shout out to the left to right, the right to left readers.
She does watch this show because she came on and called me out for something a couple of Thursdays ago, I think, or maybe a couple of Mondays ago. So she does watch this show too.
Well, shout out to Mrs. Omnidog, who definitely will never know that Jess has a P.O. box. That's not a thing. We never talked about that.
Exactly. It's just rumors.
I think that may be the solution is to get a box at like UPS or something, or at the post office. Yeah, something's going to happen when she is home every day when she retires. There's going to be tension.
You get her to just organize your stuff for you too.
What's that?
You get her to start organizing your stuff when she retires.
Yeah, I have my stuff organized. I don't want anybody to touch it. So we got hauls, previews, and we have a problem here with Matthew Mangi. I'm not super digging John's Green Lantern. What's wrong with me? You go to the ER and see if you're still breathing and you have a pulse.
What part are you at? Or where are you at with that run? Because it depends.
It takes a little bit of time to kind of get up to speed.
Yeah,
but it's worth it. It's worth the haul. I think it's worth going through. The only way to get to the other end of that good story is through it. So you have your ups, your downs, and your peaks and your valleys in almost anything.
I think you're right. I remember it being a little slow starting.
Mm-hmm. But it's worth it just to get into the colored lanterns and the spectrum.
Yeah,
that's game changer. That's the new world of Green Lantern. Jeff Johns should be co-created or credited as being co-creator of Green Lantern because of the things he's done with it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's one of the best things you're ever going to see.
Yeah, agree with that. There's
once you get past the secret origin, then you're in the home stride. But you got to get through those first couple of stories.
Oh yeah, Matthew. He says he's only a third into the first Omni. It hasn't really sparked up yet. It will in that Omni, just not the first third. That's a good story, but good stories, but they're not getting you into the jam and stuff yet.
That's a good topic one day to just talk about what stories or how this situation happens, or you got to kind of get through like the first season practically for something to really kick off sometimes.
What's another example of that?
Fables.
See, Fables had me from the first book.
Yeah, Fables. I liked the first book. I mean, that's what got me going into the second book. But that second book, that's when the oil hits the pan, and that's when things start cooking.
That was okay. That's a good analogy. I'll take that.
Yeah,
I like that.
With good description.
But once you get to Animal Farm, that's when that book becomes a legend.
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
I think Invincible is the same way also.
Invincible.
I'm read enough of it.
After issue 13 or 12, it just takes off, and you're in it for the long run.
Yeah, the first story arc and a half or so is very. They used to call it. They still kind of do the Superman of Image or the Spider-Man of Image Comics because it was this really fun, ultimate Spider-Man type story.
Mm-hmm.
And then you walk through a door and it turns into Dragon Ball Z. It's kitschy and it's cute and it's teenagery and teenage angsty stuff. But then it just turns into just one of the biggest heel turns or twists I've ever seen in a comic. And then you're in for life.
Also, shout out to the people getting manga. They're tagging me and I cannot reply on StreamYard, but you guys are awesome.
Do you want me to send you the YouTube link?
No, it's all right. It's all right. Because if I start opening a bunch of links, then I'll freeze and stuff. So I'll just leave StreamYard open.
Okay.
Yeah, but I see some people getting into Gintama, and somebody got Goodnight Poon Poon. Good stuff.
Nice. Also, somebody brings it up in the chat asking about Berserk. Berserk's another one where, sorry, Jess, but you got to get through the first story arc or two, and then it really turns into, again, a legend. And you're in for it till volume 14. So you got out before you got addicted. Like you did that first taste of smack and you didn't go back for more.
Let's talk more about smack. Yeah, I don't know. Well, of course, a lot of Silver Age stuff doesn't get good until the 70s, so that's not really the same kind of thing. I
think Authority takes a big twist. I mean, the Warren Ellis stuff is great, but the Mark Miller stuff is that's the book everybody talks about or thinks about for the most part when they think of Authority, is the Mark Miller stuff. But you got to get through like a whole thing to get to that. It's just sometimes these writers just got to take a running pace, and it takes a little bit for things to really kind of beef up. Walking Dead, also the first arc's kind of whatever.
Yep. Yeah,
I mean that's a good talk. I mean we can think about more books for the first arc is kind of whatever, but then it turns into like a masterpiece. Mm-hmm. I think I was told Sandman's the same way.
I was just gonna say that. Sandman. You're exactly right.
I got to like the middle of the second trade, and I just kind of wasn't digging it, and I think other things got in the way, and I put it down, and I wasn't digging it, and everybody just tells me it's like right after that, when you get to like the third trade of Sandman, is really where it becomes.
I feel it starts at issue 8.
Yeah,
where I felt it really started going.
That first story is really weird. That with him being captured and taking so long to try and get out, and he's waiting for that person to die, and then that curse goes over to the son, and he's got to get his mask, and he goes through all that. That's kind of a wonky story arc. That's an origin story that if it was the 60s, it would have been told like in 4 panels.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, this is too bad for N-Man 40. Having a hard time getting into Hellblazer, Sandman, and Invisibles. Invisibles, I'm not surprised at.
Yeah, that's hard.
That is a very difficult read. But Hellblazer and Sandman grabbed me from the beginning and never let go. Those are 2 of the series that I read from very first issue till the very end. Because a lot of times I give up or come back to a series. But I read those from the beginning to the end and loved them all.
I never finished Sandman. I'm sorry.
Me neither. I still haven't. Yeah.
Because I only own the first 2 absolutes, and I stopped. I need to get back on that.
Well, you don't have to apologize for that. I mean, there's stuff that I haven't read. There's plenty of classic stuff that I haven't read. I'm staring at a whole K-lax of it.
I do like Death, though. She's one of my favorite characters in comics.
And I want to get that Bombshell.
The nurse one?
Yeah.
Oh, that looks great.
That just came out, didn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Didn't I send you guys pictures of it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because I got a handful of them at the store.
I want
think of other things to have like a slow first arc.
I want the Sandman bookends, but those are expensive.
Yeah.
Like $200.
For a time period, I had the Fables bookends in my cart at Amazon.
Ooh.
They were like $200, and I'm like, I should do it. But it's always, where am I going to put bookends? Because they take up that much space.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can use another omnibus. I'll just buy another omnibus instead.
So I regret not getting those Fables ones.
And they're expensive now, too.
Oh, now they're like $600.
Oof.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the problem with bookends. They don't reprint them because it's a niche thing these days.
Yeah. So. And those Sandman bookends were really cool, too.
Yeah. I had a chance back when I had a local shop, and they had them for cheap because no one was buying them. And I'm like, I don't need bookends. What's this? It's not a library. They sold out. Somebody bought them, and I regretted it ever since because I never found them for cheap. I think less than $100. It was something ridiculous.
Oh my gosh!
Yep.
You know what? I have a desk here, and there is room for bookends and books.
Oh,
there you go.
Start something.
I know. I'm just thinking about that. So maybe the next cool bookends that come out, like Superman and Batman, or Justice League, or something really cool. Maybe I'll do that.
Or Hawkman, or Darkhawk.
Darkhawk. My Lord and Master Darkhawk.
Somebody wrote. Oh, somebody asked me about Kelly Sue DeConnick's Aquaman. I did a.
Let me get back to it.
I did a video on my channel if you want to check it out. A Week in Geekdom, where I talked about Volume 1, and I liked it. I liked it a whole lot. I thought it was a lot better than most of the Rebirth stuff, in my honest opinion. I recently got book 2, but it hasn't arrived yet. So hopefully I'll do a second review on it, I guess. But I liked it. It's a fun reintroduction to the world of Aquaman.
And you guys should watch Gio's channel. It's very high quality,
Oh, thank
well
you.
done, good opinion stuff. It's like everything my channel's not. His is very technically, very well edited, very well put together with his professional voiceovers and stuff. You should really check it out.
I just put out a video, and I was going to mention it on Reads on the Ito No Longer Human, because I finally read that thing, because that was a thick book.
Was that the biography thing?
Yeah. I read it last week, and I swear to you, I spent like 2 hours reading that thing, because I'm a slow reader. And I usually I took a note from your page, and I put on some music to read the book to, and I ended up picking the worst mix ever. I picked it was a Studio Ghibli collection done in piano, but the book is so somber and depressing, it didn't help, and it made me even sadder reading it. So it was a grueling 2 hours, but I stuck with it because the music and the ambiance. I don't know.
Thank you, A3N. They're not new, but I appreciate the compliment. Thank you very much.
I like them. They look
The
festive.
lights that I have here.
Yep.
Yeah, those are by the suggestion of Lewis McGregor, who is my lighting consultant.
You got so many consultants.
I do.
You're like a LLC or something.
Waiting anxiously for the magic statue.
The Prime 1 or the XM?
Yeah, no.
Dude.
Oh my god.
That's only if I'm a bachelor can I get that one. There's no way I could hide that.
And then you would never get another chick in your house ever again. With all those like female statues you got around your house, that's got to be creepy for a woman to walk in a place like that.
Probably, you're right. Yeah. So I'd have to be a bachelor that's happy in his bachelorhood to never have another woman to get that statue.
Hayden wants to start a collection of bombshells.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Let's see, where is that?
814. There we go.
I'm trying to resist collecting the bombshells, but I know I'm going to cave and start buying them soon. Well, start right now. You should cave and go for it right now.
Get your first, not your first, get your favorite characters. Don't worry about collecting a line. Don't worry about any of that. Just get your favorite characters, and the collection will naturally grow from there.
Yeah. Yep. That's what I did. The first one I got was Harley. I think she might have been the first one that was available.
Yeah, she was the first one.
Yeah.
I think my favorite ones are of the ones that I only really like anyways. Big Barda is fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Batwoman with the baseball like uniform.
Yeah, I have her in two colors, the home and away uniform.
Will a dude ever be a bombshell? There are male bombshell statues.
Oh yeah.
Aquaman and Superman.
Aquaman's a bombshell.
Yeah.
Damn right he is.
Yeah, Superman's like the old he looks like an old 1920s like weightlifter. He has like a little curly mustache and everything.
There's a Batman one too, with Catwoman.
Yeah, and they're super cheesecakey, just like the female ones are. They're fun. They're fun, but they're usually teamed up with a female character, so they're usually two statues in one from the ones I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, Batgirl statue by Joelle Jones is pretty sweet. I actually have a video on my channel unboxing that thing if you want to check it out, because I have that statue where she's doing a handstand and taking a selfie. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, I want to get. Oh, I don't know that I'm going to be able to resist the Catwoman wedding gown statue.
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's so classy. Yeah, I forget who that's by.
Joelle Jones.
Is it Joelle Jones?
Mm-hmm. She designed. I think she designed the dress. So yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
People hate that storyline so much though because of that moment. Not that moment, but what happened with the wedding, it not happening. So I wonder if that's going to be a detriment to the sales on that.
Boy, it's a beautiful statue, and I don't care. I don't care that what happened to that issue happened or didn't happen. It's okay. It's all good with me.
Yep.
And I just love that statue. It's so beautiful.
Something Wong asked about Kotobukiya Bishoju, if we have any. I only have one. I have the Batwoman Bishoju, and it's one of my favorite statues. I love that. It's so dynamic with the cape and stuff, and her wig and stuff. It looks really good.
I think I have one or two. I know I have Harley Quinn, and I have a Did you say Batwoman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. I have that Batwoman. It's not very Bishoju-y looking. My Harley Quinn is very Bishoju-y looking.
Bishoju means pretty girl or pretty woman, I think.
Yeah, but then they've got some. Well, I mean, I can go get them and show them to you. What I think is the difference between them. The Batwoman one looks like a regular Batwoman, and the Harley Quinn one is like that round face,
more anime.
Yeah. Got that anime look going.
I told you guys in the chat, they resolicited or reprinted or whatever you want to call it, the Huntress one. And it's very fan servicey, but it's coming out in September, and I already said that's going to be my birthday gift. I'm getting it.
Which one was Huntress?
Classic Huntress with the cowl and the staff and stuff.
Right, but I'm thinking about the bombshell statue. You're talking about the bombshell statue? Or you're talking about
no, Bishoju.
Oh, the Bishoju one. Oh yeah, I've seen that before in the store.
Okay, Something Wong asked to see him, so I'm gonna get him.
Woohoo! All right, we're doing an impromptu statue episode.
This show is off the rails, and I love it. Love it. This is a real conversation, is all, anyways. But
yeah.
I'm gonna go see Sonic, man. I'm thinking about going tonight.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch it in theaters, but I do want to see it eventually.
Yeah, I'm gonna go at night where there's no damn kids in there.
That's my problem, because same with Detective Pikachu. I love that movie. I own the Blu-ray, but I couldn't for the life of me go to the theater because it was just packed with teens and tweens and kids. God. I'm like, no, I can't. I hate watching movies with people. I just want to be alone and just immerse myself in the screen. But having people around, nope, not for me.
Yeah. Let's see.
Go to movie candy.
Okay.
What's your go-to movie candy? When you go to movies, what's your snack?
Milk Duds.
I'm gonna say a Snickers bar.
I'm a Milk Duds guy.
Or a Baby Ruth. I like them.
I get I like sour candy a lot, like sour gummy, the gummy lifesavers, Sour Patch Kids. I just go to
throw them in with
dang it. Reese's Pieces is the only time I eat Reese's Pieces in the theater. I don't know what it is, but Reese's Pieces is like the go-to for me.
Here are my Bishojus. Bishoju. Here is Batwoman.
Oh, that's so awesome. I'd love her.
Butterfingers. I forgot about Butterfingers. Oh, that one's great. That's new, right?
I got this a couple years ago.
Oh,
it's old, but it's getting a new edition where the paint app, it's kind of chromium or metallic looking, especially the cake.
Resting too. Yikes.
Yeah, it's the same figure, just a different paint app.
She's gorgeous. She's definitely doesn't skip leg day or squats.
So that's Batwoman. And then here's Harley Quinn, and she's definitely different.
Oh yeah, that's very manga anime inspired.
Yeah.
Although Batwoman has an alternate head where you see that anime influence.
Oh, now see, this is okay. But it seems, good grief, look at this. Whoa!
Oh, it's okay. It's detachable.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Got tighter shorts.
Fucking Nemo.
Freaking Harley, man.
Freaking Harley. Yeah, it has a spot that it goes in. The hammer does, so
yeah,
it's all right.
Mira is getting a Bishojo statue this year, so I'm getting that.
I remember they were sneaking in beer at the movie theaters. Sorry.
Okay. I don't remember how this went on now.
Jess's heart just skipped a beat when that fell.
It did. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. What have you guys hauled recently? Let's talk about hauls.
Sure. I got the most important book released so far in 2020.
That is very debatable.
I'm excited.
Oh.
This is Aquaman, The Death of a Prince, deluxe edition, oversized hardcover. A tragic, famous story. You know, Spider-Man had the Gwen Stacy stuff. Aquaman and DC had this gem of a story where Arthur Jr. unfortunately, spoilers, dies at the hand of Black Manta, forever creating a rift between the two characters that to this day has not been broken. These two hate each other, Manta and Aquaman. So, yeah. And it's beautifully restored. It looks great. I love this so much. And the funny thing is, we had the Search for Mira Deluxe Edition, and we're missing a huge chunk of material in between that book and this, but that is getting collected in an oversized hardcover, which comes out in August. And I forgot the name of the book, but it's coming out in August. So, yeah. Let's see some over here. Really cool stuff, really tragic story. And if you think, you know, Aquaman, he's goofy and stuff, no, most of his stories when he got his solo title, they're pretty dark and swashbuckling. So it's not a gag superhero all the time. So, yeah, that's all I got. Just this one book. Yeah.
Okay, just so you know, I already fixed it. There's a little slot that you can pop the hammer back into, the mallet, so it's fixed. So everybody relax.
Don't believe him. He just really super glued it when he was off air.
Gio, can you read that book by itself?
Yeah, sure. You can. You only need to know that it's Aquaman. He's king of the seas. He just had his kid, and he has Aqualad with him and Mira, and you're okay. You can read it.
That's all pre-Crisis on Infinite Earths, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I am okay with them canceling the omnibus that was supposed to come out, if we're getting that run instead in this format, I'm okay with it. I don't mind.
Okay.
I'd rather they keep printing stuff than just not doing anything.
How about you, Gabe? Did you haul anything?
Yeah, I got some stuff to show you guys today.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! So, Valentine's Day gift to myself is this
nice.
Hard to see. It's Darksiders Genesis, the new installment of the Darksiders game. This is, as by the title, kind of hints at, it's the beginning story for Darksiders. Darksiders 1, Darksiders 2, Darksiders 3. This is the fourth Darksiders game to come out. 1 and 2 were done by Joe Madureira as the art designer, and it looks like just a Joe Mad drawn video game. He did 1 and 2, didn't do 3, so I didn't play 3. He came back for this one, so I had to come back and pick it up also. Love his art style. The game is a top-down dungeon crawler, so it's like Diablo. So it's fun controls, fun action, stuff like that. The only thing I don't like is, like I said, it's a top down, but it's like 16,000 miles away because you're playing like just a little ant character. It seems like the camera's way too far away. There's not a lot of detail for this awesome Joe Mad art. But other than that, I'm having a good time with it. I borrowed these from the store so I could read them. These are on like the new to read pile. Absolute Carnage, the trade paperback for that awesome storyline from Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman. This is probably the most exciting time if you're a Venom fan. Venom hasn't been cool since like Lethal Protector days in the early 90s. Wait, I gotta take that back because Agent Venom was cool. So it's been a while since Venom has been cool, but with the love and respect and passion Donny Cates has for that character, and with Ryan Stegman on the art duties on this is going to be a killer time, I think, because I love their Venom run. It's fantastic. It's great to see a good crossover event happen. And one of my favorite Image books, Die, which I can only really describe as a Jumanji-like experience, Dungeons and Dragons type story. Super cool, where it's a handful of friends one day got sucked into their D&D type game, like Jumanji style, and they came back, except for one of them stayed behind as the game master, and now like 35 years later, they're being beckoned to return to that land that's inside of the D&D style game, and they have to go up against that game master who was one of their best friends. So this is volume 2. Looking forward to it. It's Karen Gillan and Stephanie Hans is the creators for this book.
Nice.
And I wish Omar was on here so that me and him can drool over how awesome the X-Men versus Apocalypse X-Men the 12 Omnibus is.
Well, I already filed that away. I thought maybe I'd already shown it.
No,
Have you not?
We skipped a week.
I'll have to think about. I mean, I got that too. I'll have to look at Gabe's, and that's what I got.
Yeah. So we'll just add this on top of whatever Jess also did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love. This is one storyline that I didn't get a chance to finish up because it's just a storyline that I kind of ran out of because this is when X-Men was kind of all over the place with these storylines, and I wasn't getting all the X-Men stuff. And I ran out, but it does have one of my favorite covers. I don't know if I can show it on here. Wolverine 145 with a really cool chromium blade cover. You actually there's like the chromium hologram stuff's on there. So good fun era. Like I said, I wish Omar was on here because I know he knows this story like the back of his hand. Me and him can discuss a little bit more. But got that also. And one last thing for the toy collectors out there, including Jess and Gio.
Yeah.
Nice.
Marvel Legends Dr. Doom.
Badass.
Ooh.
Which I wanted to get him no matter what because it's Dr. Doom. But all the reviews and everything else about this toy is really giving this thing high remarks. Like, this is like one of their best features, apparently, or best figures they put out.
The call-in portion of our show. Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Rude.
Hey, gang, Johnny Cool here, coming at you live from Nerd News Network, bringing you live breaking news. Boy, do we have some stories for you guys to cover tonight. Wow, what a night it's been.
Caller, do you have a question for the audience?
Yes, I've got a major question. I'm here I'm out in the field. It's pretty empty and it's dark, but I am being told via text that there is a Marvel Sony mystery movie that has just been announced, coming in 2021. They have yet to know who the star is, and so I'm wondering, who would you guys like to see from a Marvel Sony movie?
Do you
a
know
lot
that
of people think it might be Spider-Woman. What's y'all's take?
And do you want to take this question on the air, or do you want to hang up and take it at home?
Whatever you guys want to do. You guys are the superstars here. I'm just the out in the middle of the field reporter.
So there's a Marvel mystery movie being cast right now, caller?
That's right, a Marvel mystery movie. It's a Marvel Sony deal, so it has to be Spider-Man related. And I know that the Omnidog has an unhealthy obsession with Silk, and so I thought maybe he would be interested in a Silk film. I was curious what everyone thought about what film they would want to see from a Marvel Sony mystery movie.
I got the perfect answer.
Okay, thank you, caller. We are going to be talking about your question now. We appreciate your calling in.
Thanks a bunch.
Thank you, Johnny.
In this field, lonely, sad, and depressed.
Okay, yeah, you're in good company. We're all that way. Okay.
I think Gabe and I have the same answer.
Our show is off the rails on a constant basis now, and I love it.
What is your answer?
There's only one right answer for this. There's only one right answer for a Marvel Sony team up movie or whatever it is. And that is motherfucking Maximum Carnage.
Yeah. It makes the most sense.
Oh, the Carnage is going to have his own movie? It's not going to be part of the Venom movie? Or
no, that
Maximum Carnage?
No, actual like the Maximum Carnage story
event
played out. Yeah, where you're going to need more than just Spider-Man taking on Carnage and Venom together or in the middle of a huge fight between themselves. You bring in the Avengers. Yeah. And maybe not even the big Avengers. Maybe it's like they did it in Spider-Man where Iron Man showed up for like 5 seconds, but most of the movie is just the Iron Man suit. And Robert Downey Jr. shows up for 5 seconds. That's what I would do. Give me all the keys. Give me full reign for a Marvel Sony crossover movie. You do Maximum Carnage. You can get all the villains. You get all the Spider-Man villains. You can get so many of the Marvel MCU characters. Captain America can show up for half a second. Black Widow can show up. Ant-Man can obviously show up. Stuff like that. And that turns into something that's comparable to a big event like Endgame.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, you already laid the foundation for Spider-Man. He already has 2 movies in. You got Venom 1, and now you got Venom 2 that's filming. What a perfect way to unite things with that. And go ahead and use Vulture and Morbius and all those other characters. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to put in my vote because sounds like it's right. But I want Silk, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Woman, and Gwenpool in a movie. So I want it to be the Spider-Women movie. Even though Gwenpool's not really a spider, but I have her grouped with the other Spider-Women. And speaking of Silk, here's a Silk right here.
Oh, that's a great figurine statue.
Yeah. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider movie with Silk in it and Spider-Woman, and that's what I'd like to see. But
I'm going to see that too.
Right. It's probably Carnage or something.
I'm going to see that too. They could be in the Maximum Carnage movie and Carnage can kill them all. It'd be great.
I do not want that. I want Silk in that. I do love Silk. He's right about that. Okay, and so let's see. I'm hauling now.
I think I'm done.
Oh, are you done? You want to show off that Dr. Doom figure more?
Dr. Doom. It's getting like some of the best like reviews. Are
you gonna build a bath?
No, I don't.
Super Scroll.
God damn it! I think I have to.
If you're gonna eBay it, try and get each piece for no more than $5. That's my tip.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's smarter. I probably would have just bought 2 sets like an idiot. Yeah. I'll just buy the pieces off eBay for $5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, so you get the whole Fantastic Four run. We're finally at that point when, for a time, the Fantastic Four was taken off the table for licensing.
And a cool She-Hulk figure too.
Yeah, that was neat. Richards. All right, so that's that.
Okay, Gabe's Omni, the Apocalypse and the 12 versus the X-Men. I got that also.
Ding! Like you got that correct.
Dang,
That is the right answer.
I turn off the sound effects on my messaging thing here. Play sound effects. No. Okay. Yep. Bing. I got the right answer there.
I'll take Omnibus for 500 points.
What is an omnibus, Alex?
And I'm taking the shrink wrap, the big controversy weekend.
Oh yeah, you had to lock that thread down.
You did have to lock it down. This is the Harleen.
Nice.
We will be talking about this book this Saturday on Batter Days in the Batcave. That will be Taylor Brown and myself. And
Can I see the without the slipcover, the thingy?
It's not coming really easily here. Just a sec.
Yeah. There we go. Live unboxing. Look at that. That's awesome. Oh, so cool. Nice.
Yeah. It's a clear. So it's cool, and we're gonna be talking about it, the Harley Quinn movie, the Harley Quinn animated series, my Harley Quinn collection, the Harleen book. It's gonna be an all Harley Quinn show this Saturday, Batter Days in the Batcave on my channel.
Nice.
Yes, it's primarily a review of this and the Birds of Prey movie. I also got a book, Zojicon.
Whoa.
Not 100% sure on how you pronounce that, but I think it's Zojicon. Let's see if I can show. The artwork looks good. A grieving mother wakes in a brutal but fantastic landscape where the currents of time pull her into the future, lurching forward days, years, and millennia. Her name is Shannon Kind, and her life in our world has vanished without warning. Perhaps she can find peace in her new home. Perhaps she can shape Zojicon into a better world. But first, she must survive. And I'll be dead honest with you. I bought this because Fariha hated it. She and I seem to have opposite taste in comic books. What she hates, I love. So I got this because she hated it. And this is, of course, nothing against her. It's just she and I have differing taste. So I got this. Then Matthew Sibley, a admin from England, told me about this book, Don't Go Without Me. This looks like it would appeal to Kristan Robertson. Two lovers get separated on a night out in a parallel dimension. A ship that runs on memories malfunctions in the dead of space. A giant prophesied to wake from its centuries-long slumber beneath the sea. Don't Go Without Me presents a triptych of stories on love, loss, and connection. This sounds really cool. Now, Matthew, I generally don't agree with his comic book reviews because he's way too cerebral for me. He's like the smart 22-year-old film student that is on a different level than I am, but every once in a while he recommends something that I can get behind, and this sounded like I could. So this is cool.
I like the colors. It looks
Yeah. Good. And then Jesse Griebel chimed in, but I can't think of who it was first that started talking about this book. And I'm really sorry. I'll have to look it up. But that is the Max. I got super baited on the Max.
I've always wanted to read that stuff.
I even got the figure.
Oh, Jesse, you went in hard.
I got super baited, man.
Wow, super baited. With the toy on top.
Yeah, so I got this, and then the third volume is coming from a third-party seller on Amazon, and then book 2 is coming from ISD. These things are way out of print. I had to hunt hard for this to find it for a decent price. Wow. These things are seriously out of print, and these.
Oh, the thick trade, huh? Wow.
Yeah. And I did not read this back in the day. I've never read it. I think I probably collected it when it got reissued,
Sam Keith is a genius. I'm sorry. I just had to throw that in there.
Yeah. No, I agree. So I got this and the action figure.
God damn it, Jess. Now I want it.
the action figure's cheap.
Yeah.
It's not expensive, so that was an easy get.
I have a couple of the maxed out hardcovers.
Oh.
But they're like they're skinny hardcovers. That's why I was really impressed with those being thicker trades. Do I have it here?
I remember when Max was coming out, and I just thought he looked weird. Never got into it, but I read that post that you were tagged in, and
yeah,
it sounds really interesting. I want to read it too.
It does sound interesting. Jesse Griebel talked about it, but the original poster, I'm going to have to go back, and once I get volume 2 in, I'll give him credit. He's the one that originally FOMO'd me on it and got me into it because there were so many people that testified to the Max's greatness. So many people. And I was like, wow, I don't even know that I've heard that much about it.
Hopefully, if the movie does get made, maybe they'll reprint some stuff.
Oh, I talked to Sam Keith about it before. He's just weird about things. He was I think he said it was going to try and do like a weird reprint through like another company outside of Image or something like that. IDW maybe, because they reprint all of it.
IDW.
Yeah, but I asked him because we had him in the store. He's a swell dude. That we need an omnibus of this. We need some kind of massive collection to bring this thing together. Because man, that thing had a goddamn MTV cartoon like back in the day. It was like one of the first like animated shows that they had on MTV outside of like Beavis.
Wow.
Yep.
And you can I think Amazon has it. You can buy it off of Amazon. I think it's print to order, like the DVD for the TV series.
Wow.
Wow.
That's yet another cartoon I never watched. You guys really grew up in the golden age of cartoons.
Oh, we did. I can talk to you for 5 hours about that.
God, I grew up in the sarcastic zone. You guys grew up with so many great cartoons.
Yeah, but you had Steamboat Willie, and that's a legendary event, Jess, and you got to see in person.
Yep.
Shut your mouth, boy. So that is it Halls still? Okay, or Reeds? Yeah, Halls. I did haul these variant covers.
Ooh, nice variant section.
Variant time.
Ooh la la.
Emma Frost.
That's Mike Mayhew on the art, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Very good, sir.
Oh, I wish I had that bell.
Ding.
Ding. Got this.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
Nice.
And also, this was Crimes of Passion. I think this is Ryan Brown.
Ooh. That looks cool.
Yeah. And then my favorite artist in a beautiful cover of Gwen Stacy. Adam.
Nice.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's nice. Dave K in the chat is also correct. Our toys in the 80s were just as awesome as those cartoons were. G.I. Joe's better than your G.I. Joe. Your 12-inch figure with the thumbnail on backwards, nonsense. It's the 3 3/4 ones. Transformers, that was a game changer. You did have the hula hoop, but
Stop. I played with Slinky and Yo-Yos.
And Silly Putty.
So, and that's when Silly Putty you could put it on the comic section and peel off an exact copy of the comics. Now you can't do that.
Your Action Man toys. But no, the comic book or cartoon toys, the Thundercats toys are awesome. The play sets, forget about it. Oh, okay. We're going to need to do a show all about 80s toys pretty soon.
Yeah.
Because I got a wild hair in my ass to talk about it for like 25 hours straight. Dude, Mask, we could talk about Mask for 5 hours, guaranteed. Centurions by Jack Kirby, in it. And Barbie.
Jess, Harley statue coming from Frank Cho. You gonna get it?
You
You already pre-ordered it.
I did already pre-order it. Okay, but he has another one coming out of somebody. I don't think it's.
He has the one with Batgirl that just came out, I think, or,
Oh,
it's,
okay, yeah.
it's coming out or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I pre-ordered the Harley one from Frank Cho. I really liked it. I can go hot or cold on some of Frank Cho's stuff, but this one looks really good. I did order that. Yeah. So what did everybody read?
I read No Longer Human from Junji Ito.
Oh, yeah. It took you 2 hours.
Very cool. It only took you 2 hours? Wow.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah.
Banana Jester's right. It's Poison Ivy, and I didn't like it by Frank Cho. I didn't like the way her legs looked. She had really lumberjacky legs, and I didn't dig it.
There's an Ivy Cho statue?
She just came out like within the past couple days.
Really?
Yeah.
Did I get that at the store?
Let me check.
It just came out. I mean, the solicitation for it.
I had no idea that thing existed. What the hell is wrong with me?
You want to share your screen so we can show it?
Wait, because I got a stupid website that I'm not going to promote. Give me a second.
Oh, stupid, huh?
We know about Chatterbait.
Where is it? I don't want to promote the BC website. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Give me one quick sec. Oh, all right. Big Bad Toy Store. All right, I'll highlight them. Very cool.
Yeah, Big Bad Toy Store is cool.
And for the record, I like Frank Cho's thick women.
Yeah, but you look at these. There's something off about this one.
You just have to know that thick thighs save lives.
Yeah, it wasn't the thighs; it was her calves.
Thick calves. Something that rhymes with calves.
Can you see that?
Yeah, we got it. Show her whole body. Yeah, see, I didn't.
That's disgusting, Jess.
What? What's disgusting?
It's just funny the way it came out. Show her whole body.
No. See, that pose just looks weird to me, and those legs just.
I'm in.
They're not doing it for me.
I got to be honest with you. She reminds me of Green Giant in this.
The Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah. Green Giant.
Here's something for the foot fetishists. You actually see all 10 toes. You don't usually see that statue. They usually have like a boot or a shoe on. Not that I'm a fetish.
Yeah. But I like the face though.
The face is pretty, but not. There's something off about those legs. I'm sorry.
Can I zoom in? No, I can't.
Pop my head like a watermelon.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
How much was she?
MSRP is $140.
Yeah, those are very inexpensive.
Ooh, we got a chat. Go ahead.
I have the Wonder Woman Frank Cho statue, which is my favorite.
Let me acknowledge this super chat, and we'll go right back to Wonder Woman. Shane D, for whenever, any low stock books you guys recommend scooping up, or ones that may not see a reprint for a long time? Thanks for the great shows.
Thank you for the chat.
Thanks, Shane. Low stock books you guys recommend scooping up.
My immediate right now reaction is Daredevil Volume 2.
Yeah.
The new Bendis Daredevil Volume 2. I mean, if you have Volume 1, you're going to need Volume 2. We'll talk more about that later in the show, so stay tuned. Yes. I'm going to talk about it, and then I'm going to make you talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how that works. Oh yeah, so Daredevil Volume 2. That's not out of print. I'm sorry. It's completely out of stock at Diamond. It's out of stock on in-stock trades, and we have that's all we can really say about that. And I don't want to speculate on other things, but what I know objectively is it's out of stock, and now's a good time to get it. It's a great time to read that book with the show. because that's something else we'll be talking about as well, a readathon of Bendis' Daredevil. But we've also on the speculation side of things with the Chinese quarantine situation and the no production at their factory right now. There is speculation that a lot of omnibuses are going to be affected by that, or shipments of omnibuses, or creations of omnibuses. So it might be, we're thinking maybe it might be a while before that comes in again.
Yeah. I know if it were me, as far as out of print stuff, not an omnibus, but if there's an epic,
oh yeah,
and it comes out from Marvel, you need to get it the minute it hits IST. Those are low print runs, and they're not going to be reprinted for a long time. All my epics are in the other room, but all those epics that just came out, maybe in November, boom, they were gone within a week. The Spider-Man.
There was those DM exclusive, which is direct market, only the comic book store, exclusive reprints.
Right.
For big time out of print books at the time, and then ironically they went out of print.
Right. I think there was an Iron Fist one in Power Man that just went out of print.
Yeah, these epics are dropping out of print pretty quick. A great Facebook group besides ours, I would like to think of it as almost our sister site, is definitely the Epic Marvel podcast.
Is that with Curtis Findlay?
That's Curtis Findlay. That's our good friend Curtis.
Man. Great
podcast. But the Facebook group is on top of things. I mean, our omnibus group, we're putting on top of things, or at least we think we are. And Curtis's group puts us to shame when it comes down to tracking which books are out of print, which ones are low stock. Like I know Curtis has somebody, who knows somebody who knows somebody who went to college with somebody's sister who looks up low stock stuff for him. So that stuff's always on top of it. And then they're also, just like us, they're pretty good about hunting down out of print epics for people, and doing some bartering as well. So definitely check them out. I might as well just throw them in the chat so people can give Curtis some love.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a list. They have a list of everything. It goes out, I think monthly, of what's low in stock, what was low in stock is now back in stock. What was low in stock is now out of print. What's close to being out of stock, what's close to being low stock. Like, they really have this stuff down to a science. That list is fantastic for that kind of stuff. But yeah, epics, when they're gone, they're pretty evergreen, but it takes a while for them to come back. So
these ones that are out recently are strictly, as you say, the direct market.
Yeah, it was X-Men Volume 1, Spider-Man, Cosmic Spider, Fantastic Four Volume 1, and I think one or two others. But yeah, they sold out pretty quick.
Yeah. So I'm not sure about what omnibus. I know Deadpool, the two Deadpools by Daniel Way have been low stock for a long time. I don't know that I recommend that you get it. I'm just telling you it's low stock. Let's see. Wait a sec. X-Men Eve of Destruction, I think, is low stock.
Yeah, that one just recently is low stock, or just recently went out of print.
And same with Revolutions. Those are both low stock. I just got word that they were both low stock. So not to panic or anything, but just pay attention to those two books, because those are brand new additions to the low stock list. And as always, get those epics as soon as as they are available.
Yeah, epics are great too.
Yeah, they're fun. DC does a lot of their printing in Canada, but Marvel does a lot of their printing in China. So that is the problem with Marvel. And then DC, of course, doesn't do Omnis. They do act out weird shit whenever they want.
Omnis are just advanced solicits for smaller, cutout, digested sized hardcover versions instead.
Death and Return of Superman, is that out of print? The new
Yep.
That's out of print.
It's been out of print for a little bit,
Okay.
but if you buy, you can still find it in the wild and stuff like that. But definitely not on any of our OmniBros approved sites.
That book constantly gets reprinted with new stuff added, so don't worry about that book. Be willing to wait 6 months, and that book is either going to be back in stock or they'll come out with a brand new version. That's an evergreen title from DC.
Yep.
They don't let that thing stay out of print very long, so I wouldn't worry about it. Don't spend crazy money on it.
Be smart.
Yeah.
Don't spend crazy money on any omnibus.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Spend crazy money on drugs and strippers, not omnis.
And statues.
CGCs.
And what?
And massages.
And massages. And sandwiches.
Ooh, sandwiches. Nice. Yeah.
And single moms.
The Spider-Man by Roger Stern Omni is out of print.
Yep. That's out of print.
Sorry, TJ Clone. Let's see. Now we can, before we talk, let's see. We've done hauls. Have we done reads?
Not yet.
Let's do reads so we can get to the previews part of our show.
Yep.
I'm just going to tell you what I've been reading recently. I did a whole readathon of Aftershock comics. You want to see that? That's what I read all week, which included Insects, Animosity, Animosity 1, Animosity 2, Shock, Rough Riders, all 3 volumes of Baby Teeth.
Damn.
First, an extremely impressive issue of Dark Red by Tim Seeley. This was really good. And then Garth Ennis is A Walk Through Hell. That's on Omnidog's Vault. Focus or Spotlight on Aftershock. And then I started, because I'm going to be doing a crime corner with Taylor Brown and Tim Burnham on Bendis's Daredevil. And it turned into a group read because Gabe is doing it too.
Yes.
Is anybody besides you doing it, Gabe, or is it just you and I?
Spoilers.
Luis. Yeah.
Luis is doing it too.
Yep.
Well, the art is fantastic. The story's great so far. I'm only an eighth of the way into it, but in March I'm doing a crime corner. And I have to read all of Brubaker and all of Bendis. So I got to I have to get going, and I have been, because I have 4 Omnis to read. And so far, it's living up to the hype. Bendis and Daredevil has been great, but I'm only that far into it. So
let me see what page you're on. Since you basically just took my read segment.
well, you could talk about it too. Right here.
Okay, you're ahead of me a little bit because I really jumped in and dove into it the last couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm still in Underboss.
It's where he gets outed.
Yeah, I'm in the part where spoilers. He got outed. No,
I think people know that.
Yeah, I'm at the part when the dime is dropped, when that character tells the police that Matt Murdock is Daredevil.
Ah, okay, yeah, I just got through that.
And then I turned the page. I might as well just show you. Just talk about it now, Jess.
Okay.
So yeah, that part happened. I turned the page, and then I'm on this one. I love this cover. I believe in. This is he came out of nowhere at this time. I think he was just friends with Bendis. Bendis is really good about hooking his friends up with gigs at Marvel. When he made it, he's like the Eminem of comic books, including David Mack, who was the artist you were showing the artwork earlier. They all have their own little section group together. There used to be a mob squad of things, of artists that lived together for a while. But anyway, so yeah, that's where I'm at, Jess.
Okay.
You turn the page, it's he got outed. You turn the page, and then that's exactly where I left off. And yeah, so as Jess said, we are doing a read-a-thon of Bendis' Daredevil. Bendis' Daredevil. I think all of us is involved with it besides Gio. I think Gio's taking.
What were you pointing at, Gio?
We had a super chat.
Oh.
Gio's muted.
Why can't I hear you? Oh.
He's muted.
Super chat. Shane D, $2.99. Extra thanks.
Well, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm an idiot.
Why are you an idiot?
Because I'm talking and I forgot to unmute, and I forgot that I was on, and I was just doing this for fun, and I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah, Matthew's correct. Daredevil Shadowland is low stock.
Pass.
But I skipped right over that, and I started with Bendis.
You might want to get it now that it's low in stock, though, Jess.
I do own it.
Oh, you do? I thought, okay.
Yeah, but I just didn't have time to read it in prep.
So yeah. So when do you want to do this, Jess? On Sundays? Is it going to be like a weekly Sunday thing? Go over
we report on it,
or do it here?
Whatever you want to do. Sundays is fine. That's fine with me.
Yeah, let's do it on Sundays, because that could be the title of the show. Coffee with the OmniBros, blah 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 blah, and Daredevil Readathon Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, whatever, however long it takes.
Okay.
So throw up random ass titles, which is great.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to be reading this. I think we just teamed up on this read segment, which is cool. So
right, man.
Yeah, I'm in it. I'm good. The first story by David Mack art is really cool because he also copies Joe Quesada's art style. And way back in the day when I was on the Bendis boards, that do it like Quesada was kind of a thing, was a hashtag back in the day, basically. David Mack's art, fantastic stuff. Then you get to Alex Malik. Like I said, that guy came out of nowhere. He's amazing when he came on this run. You got the first print, Jess? Is yours the first print?
Yeah, I have the R on the nose on the cover.
Me too. I like that the new print has like a printed cover, but I kind of like the red foil on this like way better.
I know, it is cool. And IQ, I know, you're right. Shadowland's after Brubaker, but I'm going to skip over that to get to Wade. You're right.
Oh, you know what? We talked about this is for the most part new reader friendly, except for one part. Kind of maybe want to go back and read a little bit before this run.
Oh, it's the Joe Quesada, Kevin Smith stuff that I decided to skip.
Yeah,
where I went into this.
I think the David Mack story that was before this, because David Mack has two runs, maybe even the third run. I forget. I think that's when he introduces that's the part where Kingpin becomes blind. And I totally forgot about that when I was reading this. They start talking like Kingpin's blind. I'm like, oh, I forgot he was blind at this point. So I kind of wanted to go back and read those couple of issues. So that's the only thing I ran into. I think might be a prerequisite to get almost everything going on in this storyline.
Hayden has a good point that you should call it Murdoch Mondays.
But then you're missing out on getting to call the videos Murdoch Mondays. Yeah, but Lou is not on Mondays. Lou is doing it with us, and he's on Sundays.
And I don't want this to be where you can still read other stuff and talk about that on this show.
Yeah.
Where it's not Gabe and Jess talks about Daredevil for 35 minutes, and then you guys can talk about what you read.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it. It's okay.
Yeah. I like Nitro. Nitro's in here. You read the Nitro part, right? That part.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is great because he's such a low rent character in here, and then a couple years later he becomes infamous. Nitro's the one that blew up the school for Civil War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I forgot.
Boomerang in here, and I mean, Daredevil even makes it correct that he has like the lamest rogues gallery, so you get a lot of cool lame characters in here as well.
Leapfrog.
Yeah, Leapfrog. Yeah. But yeah, I can't wait. Have you read this before, Jess? I don't remember if it's or not. No,
I haven't.
Wait till you get into some of the stuff with his the love interest for Bendis' run. That's some great stuff too.
The only Daredevil I've read besides Silver Age Daredevil is all the Frank Miller stuff, and I read that all in floppies. Okay, so Gabe read what I read, and we will continue that readathon on Sundays. We'll think of a snappy name for it.
Somebody suggested Foggy Sundays.
I like that.
But working on it.
I'm on
Stiltman Sundays.
Stiltman Sundays.
Double D Sundays.
Kite Man, hell yeah! Oh, that's a different. That's DC. That's Harley Quinn.
I'd like to see a fight between Stiltman and Kite Man. That'd be the most stupid fight ever, but I'd watch it.
Kite Man, hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! And what did you read, Gio? Did you already talk about it?
That was the first one. No Longer Human from Jiji Ito.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, now we can get to the previews part.
Yay! My favorite part.
And let me pull up Emily's.
I didn't get the email.
I asked her for it. I have a text relationship with her, strictly professional, where she and I text each other information
Bow chicka wow wow
about books.
Yeah, thank you, Green Laser. That's true.
She's actually got a really good sense of humor. I think she's funny. Okay, let's see. I have it. How can I? Oh, I can get it on my phone. That'll be easier. Yoink. Okay.
He's talking about porn.
What? No, I'm talking about the 50% off books.
Oh, easier on your phone.
Jeepers.
A textual relationship, says Green Laser.
Texting, yeah, textual. Okay, so let's go. We ready to go?
Ready? I was making sure you were ready. Give me.
Okay, yep, I'm ready.
Let's do this. Boom. Share screen. Enhance.
Optimize.
Optimize.
There we go.
All right.
Nice.
Let's go ahead and let's make this happen. All right. So here is this week's releases coming to you Wednesday, February 19th, but you can get them through our sponsor, InStockTrades.com, tomorrow, Tuesday, 12 noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. over on the East Coast time, and wherever that drops where you live. So let's go and get this started up here. Image Comics is coming out with Age of Bronze trade paperback volume 2 from Eric Shinora. I it does Oz. I'm sorry about his last name. And then Battle Pug by Mike Norton.
That is 50% off.
Battle Pug? Sweet.
Yep.
Dark Horse, we have Berserker Unbound, which is a special big deal for our sister channel, Fangirlz. That's their 50% off book.
That's their 50% off book. That's the Jeff Lemire book. I'm really looking forward to that.
Everybody should go get it.
Jeff Lemire and Mike Diodato Jr. on the art. I love Mike Diodato stuff sometimes. And then Facts from Sarah Haverhill, trade paperback new edition. That's Joe Kubert. Oh, that's going to be cool. That's going to be some cool war stuff in there, I bet. And Manor Black trade paperback.
That is by Cullen Bunn, and I want it. I'm looking forward to it.
Brian Hurt did the art, huh? So it's the same people that did Six Gun.
Oh, good.
That's some good art, too. God damn it.
What?
I'm not going to pick this up.
Well, that's all right.
It is all right. IDW, we have Steve Canyon hardcover. It's got to be old Sunday newspaper clippings.
Yeah.
From 1965 to 1966. Do you have any of that stuff, Jess?
Not Steve Canyon. I remember reading it, but I've limited myself mostly to Pogo, Peanuts, The Far Side, and Calvin and Hobbes.
Because I always, for some reason, I have an affinity for the Phantom.
Oh yeah, the Phantom was great.
But I've never really read any Phantom comics.
But
for some reason, I love that character. The movie was great.
I love
the cartoon, the Phantom 2040 in the future was awesome. It's done by the same guys that did Aeon Flux. So, but I've never read any of that. But I know they have the paper strip comic versions out. So I wonder if you had any of those.
Was the Phantom the movie with Billy Zane?
That's the one.
Yeah. Nice. Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen that in ages. I need to watch that again.
Dude, it holds up. Yeah,
really?
It still holds up.
Nice.
It's like we just did our own our new show just now. Does it still hold up? The Phantom. DC Comics, we have Detective Comics Volume 1. This is Peter J. Tomasi's first story arc. This even though it's Volume 1. Oh, 50% off. Great. This is even though it says Volume 1, it's really Volume 6. It's right after Tom King. Oh no, wait, that's Detective Comics. I'm sorry. I am completely wrong.
I think this is like volume.
That's Detective Comics. I was thinking.
Yeah.
They rebooted it and started over with a new writer.
Never mind.
That is Taylor Brown's book of the year from last year, Mythology. It was great. And
then just
sorry, 50% off.
Nice. So Doom Patrol by John Byrne Omnibus that comes out. Wow.
Hey everybody, DC Omnibus time.
DC Omnibus, and it ticks off. It checks off the John Byrne DC Omnibus box.
Also,
the wrong one.
50% off.
50% off.
Yep.
Everybody should get that.
No.
No. Okay.
And then House of Whispers trade paperback volume 2.
I'm gonna get that.
Marvel, we have Death's Head trade paperback, Ghost Rider Volume 2, War for Heaven.
I'm getting that action figure. I can promise you that.
There's a Ghost Rider action figure?
It's him on his motorcycle, and it is cool looking.
And Guardians of the Galaxy trade paperback Volume 2.
Nice.
Gwenpool Strikes Back trade paperback.
Is that by our gal Leah?
Yep.
I think I'm gonna have to get it.
And then we have the Marvel Masterworks this week is Uncanny X-Men Volume 12.
Both of those are 50% off, and that is our list of 50% off. And Chad Omnidog, I actually Byrne's Doom Patrol is probably fine. It wasn't to my taste. But if you're a John Byrne fan, then you'll probably like it. It just wasn't to my taste. I think when I came out, I was too stuck in the 60s Doom Patrol. So it's a matter of personal taste. You might want to look it up on Comixology or Hoopla or something and check it out first. I feel like he got the tone wrong.
And then moving on, we got Spider-Man Velocity trade paperback, Tales Through Marvel Universe trade paperback, and a Taskmaster trade paperback.
Black Widow movie.
Right. That was the David Michelini stuff. Okay. I was wondering if this is going to have that one Taskmaster series. I forgot who wrote it, but it was a couple of years ago. But it was a great series. And last but not least, we have Uncanny X-Men, Kieran Gillen trade paperback, Volume 2.
Haven't those already? Is that a reprint? No? Yes?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think those were in skinny trades. Okay, it's my mistake. God bless America.
So this is a junkier trade?
I just knocked over some action figures. That's always a pain.
Darn.
Well, Firestar or Cannon Sunfire, whoever is. I hate it when they have little thingies that come off of them.
Oh, the fireball thing, the
Yeah.
accessories. Yep.
Yeah. Then I have to put them back together and stand them back up.
That's an excuse for you to play with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right, and then moving down, we have Dynamite. They got the Betty Page Princess in the pinup trade paperback. Kiss the End. And then Pierce Brown, Red Rising Sun of Aries hardcover. Have no idea what that is.
Wow.
And Xena, Warrior Princess trade paperback. Oh my.
I'm getting corrected all over the place on the Gillen X-Men.
Uh-oh.
Pay attention to the chat, not me, when it comes to the Gillen X-Men. I don't have a clue, apparently.
Boom Studios, we have Buffy Vampire Slayer Volume 2. Steven Universe Ongoing Trade Paperback Volume 6. And down here is where
cool
Jessica
section.
takes his dog for a walk.
This is where I'm playing with my action figures.
That's the cool
All right.
section.
All right,
Right.
Jill. So let me know what you see, what you want to talk about.
Right out of the gate, The Ancient Magus Bride, Volume 12. Fantastic fantasy, dark fantasy series. I cannot recommend it enough. I did a rough video on my channel on Volume 1 if anybody wants to check that out, but I do recommend that series. Arakawa Under the Bridge. I've always wanted to read that, but there's so much stuff out there. Can an otaku like me really be an idol? Don't know what that's about. Assassin's Creed. Don't care. Cat and Cat. A Girl Meets Cat. It's a lot of cats. Chloe and Cartoon hardcover. Combatants Will Be Dispatched, Volume 2. Crucified trade paperback. Dementia, Volume 21. Oh, no, Dimension 21, Volume 2, sorry. Devil is a part-timer. Devil is a part-timer, that's a fun one. Devil works at a McDonald's. So it's a reverse isekai, where the demonic creature comes to our world and he works at a fast food joint. Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. There's a good one. Downfall from Inio Asano. I do recommend it. Inio Asano is a great mangaka, and all his works are fantastic. I haven't, just a PSA, I have not read all his works. I'm just going by all my friends, but I have read some of his works, and they're pretty fantastic. Drifting Classroom. That's another classic manga. If you like horror and creepy, ghoulish, gross stuff, then you want to check that out. It's a thick book. Volume 1 was really big. Drifting Dragons looks fantastic. I haven't read it yet, but I do want to check it out. Eden Zero is from the same writer that did Fairy Tale, Fairy Tale 100 Years Quest. What else we got?
I like Fairy Tale. I read the first volume. It wasn't 100 Quest, but I do have the first volume of Fairy Tale, and I liked it.
I think I watched like 5 or 6 episodes of the anime. It's cool. Gilbert the Little Merman. That sounds neat. Gleipnir sounds interesting. A bit too fan servicey, so I know a lot of people will be put off, but I've heard interesting things about it. Goblin Slayer.
Oops.
Brand New Day. That's
a cool cover.
Yeah, that's a spin-off from the main Goblin Slayer story.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me it'll be a spin-off of Demon Slayer.
No, I'm not a fan of Goblin Slayer at all. I tried it, didn't like it.
No?
No, not for me. Going to the Chapel, Volume 1. Hardcore Gaming 101 presents Japanese video game. Okay. Investigators. Get it?
It's because they're green.
John Carpenter Tales of Science Fiction. Cool. Kimono Friends. That's a kitty manga maker comics. Hey, there's a one for the mecha fans. Bubble Suit Gundam Thunderbolt. I hear is great. I haven't started that. No Romance in Hell.
They still do Gundam like stories.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
yeah. It's still coming out. Oh, Maidens in Your Savage season. I talked about it on the Valentine's Day episode last week. I love that series so much. Do recommend it if you want a funny rom-com. Phantom President.
Phantom.
I thought the same. Phantom President Kennedy's Mission. Phantom Tales of the Night. Powers in Action. Another great series that I do recommend. Ran and Grey World. Fantastic artwork. There's one more volume to go and the series will be done. 7 oversized manga. Raw Hero. Don't know what that's about.
That looks cool though. That's a cool cover.
Yep. Red Winter. What's that about? Let's click on that one. Red Winter. I bet it's a spy thing. No, it's police drama. Former NYPD detective.
See, this interests me.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool for your crime stream.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Shows and Showtime at the Apollo. Wow, there's a comic about that. Cool. Small Hours Extravaganza, which is very fan servicey. There's another fan favorite, Tokyo Ghoul Re. I don't know if this is the last one or there's another volume left. I don't know if it's 15 or 16. So sorry on that one. Trinity 7, Ultra Kaiju Anthropomorphic Project.
That sounds like something you'd like. You like anthropomorphic and you like kaiju.
Exactly. Urusei Yatsura, a classic comedy manga. And a Valiant book. Exo Manowar Deluxe Volume 2 from Matt Kint.
Signed and numbered.
It's signed and numbered? Ooh.
Yeah, they're the deluxe ones. They're reissuing them signed and numbered by Lemire, I think. Or is it Matt Kint?
Matt Kent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that cover looks awesome. He's my favorite Valiant hero. I love Exo Manowar.
And those Valiant books have been dropping off the map too.
Yep.
I mean, as far as out of print goes?
As far as out of print goes, yeah.
Yeah.
Is he the rarest of the Valiant heroes with the most out of print books?
No.
I think volume 4 and 5 are really difficult to find.
That's true, yeah. 4 and 5 are hard to find. But there's other... just about every early single shot type of Valiant thing, like...
Rye was expensive. I sold mine for like $150 or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that. Everybody went nuts for Rye.
Yeah, and Book of Death. That thing's been out of print forever.
Not our Rye, but like Rye. You know.
Rye, yeah.
Yeah, not Ryley.
Anymore,
Yeah.
Rye, R-A-I. Yeah, a bunch of that stuff is still out of print.
I think they even said that they weren't going to go back to print, like hardcover wise, that they were going to do like bigger, like trade paperbacks.
I think you're right.
Yep.
Here, T-Lar Blunt, our caller is just popping in to say, Gundam Tactics game for the Switch is the truth.
He needs to go get that Darksiders game.
Yeah. There's a Gundam Tactics game for the Switch? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't understand anything he's talking about, but it is T-Lar Blunt, so I figure he knows something about the Switch game.
I love his profile picture. It's so mysterious. I don't know what's happening in it.
I think he just took it. It's him in a field calling in the show. Like he said.
This Trinity 7 looks like that'd be like a fan servicey book too.
Yeah, not a fan of it. I don't recommend it. What's the last one?
Zombie Trap It's crap.
No, yeah, I know. Sorry.
18 Sex Clubs Rock Roll.
Volume 8, 18 volumes of that?
Yeah,
wow.
that zombie tramp stuff, and there's another one, Vamp Blade, like all that really just I've never read any of this. I can't really speak on the actual like story matter, but all that stuff that's like this really cheap looking titty books, they go on forever.
Wow.
Like look at
you sell them in the store.
Yeah, because we have like 4 or 5 people that have it on their pull list. So we order it for pull people.
Wow. I'm impressed.
I am disgusted by them.
Or shocked.
Like one guy gets Zombie Tramp and My Little Pony, and I'm like, you're going on the watch list, brother.
Yikes.
The feds should keep their eye on you, pal.
Yeah, that's like back in the day if you had the Playboy Channel and the Cartoon Network on your satellite.
Oh, there was something wrong with that?
Yeah, so that's that for previews.
Yep. What were the 50% books again?
Oh, yeah, let's do that again.
They were Batman Detective Comics Volume 1, Mythology. Battle Pug Volume 1, War on Christmas.
Nice.
There's Battle Pug. Doom Patrol by John Byrne, Omnibus, which I have no idea about. I just remember reading it when it came out and not digging it. So you guys might like it. I don't know.
I was going to say that book got the Omnidog stamp of approval, but then you went on to that.
Yeah, no, it just didn't ring my chime. It didn't have the tone. He didn't have the tone right. I didn't feel for
Certified Fresh from the Omnidog.
And then Uncanny X-Men Marvel Masterworks Volume 12.
Nice.
Both of those versions are 50% off.
And the Fangirlz pick.
Oh, yeah.
Berserker Unbound by Jeff Lemire and Mike Deodato.
And somebody asked if it was a limited series, and I don't know the answer to that.
I think they're doing a second series.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's supposed to be like a one and done kind of thing. I mean, it's a complete story if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and that's that. Sweet.
Very good.
Good job.
Those are the books you can find at InStockTrades.com, where you can get those books, those 50% off books that we just talked about. 2% is added for a loyalty discount. Over $50 in an order, you get free shipping in the United States. Fabulous customer service, fabulous packaging. That's InStockTrades.com.
Nice.
Thank you.
Freddie says that Berserker Unbound had a volume 1 on its spine. So there you go.
Okay.
And somebody mentioned about Valiant, because we were talking about the out of print stuff. The Harbinger Wars was released as a fat compendium and nothing else. And I got to remind people that during that time, they had like 3 different CEOs. It was a mess. So I doubt they would print anything else.
Oh, that's the one that's also like chopped up in the Exo Man of War books, right?
Yeah. It's got volume 3 in it, which I panicked about looking at my collection one morning about a month ago going, where's volume 3?
I think you meant Armor.
Armor Hunters.
Armor Hunters. Yeah, this is the Bloodshot and Harbinger stuff.
Okay. Whatever.
Sorry.
I panicked. What do you think about Doom Patrol by Grant Morrison? It's a tougher read because it's Grant Morrison, but I think it's more rewarding. It does require a little bit of compendium help from the internet to understand exactly what he's talking about, because it has a lot to do with the Dada movement back in Germany back in the early part of last century and all kinds of historical references. I got a kick out of it when I was reading it in singles, but it does require a little extra help from the internet to understand it. not nearly as much as Invisibles, which requires a page-by-page hand-holding from the internet.
Yeah, Invisibles is tough.
Yeah. Let's see. No, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. Did anyone see the covers for Ivy, Catwoman, and Siren spinoff to Harleen that Stepan Shedge tweeted, but will probably never happen? Did you show those to us, Gio?
No, but I can get them real quick. Let me track them down. Are you guys gonna watch the Bloodshot movie?
Yes.
I
No.
want to see it. Aw.
I don't like Vin Diesel.
I gotta support Vin Diesel. He's
Oh,
bald.
yeah, I forgot about that.
If I ever get those Fast and Furious movies, it might make me a Vin Diesel fan.
No, it'll make you love to hate him even more.
The heck do I get that? Oh my god. I know I follow him on Twitter and I can't find his Twitter handle.
Come on, man. The chat's waiting.
I know.
Viewers by the handful.
I'm under pressure. We got a lot of viewers, by the way, tuning in right now.
Yeah, shout
Yeah,
out
thank
there.
you.
Buddy.
Thank you. Gabe, are you going to MegaCon this year?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, I was supposed to, and then we kind of changed up our idea. I have those spin-off pictures here. I could screen share it. And then we changed kind of our business model for conventions. So we're not going to be bringing as many people. So I'm not sure if I'm going to go or not. It's mainly a lot of the convention is going to be I call it an Eagle tour for John, because he has his own comic book coming out, and he'll be going around the conventions promoting that in our booth a lot more than like us selling a lot of stuff.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
This is actually the truth.
So let me.
Groot and Iron Giant is really where Vin Diesel shines. I agree with Freddie.
All right, I'm gonna screen share if you want to see these photos.
Yes, please. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I can't find anything.
Ooh.
So this sounds cool. The Cassandra Cain single series like this.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Sirens.
That's awesome. And this is just concept art. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there more?
I think that's it.
And
But it's just those three?
That's all. Yeah, I don't know if he.
Go through his
Posted.
Twitter, but I don't see anything.
Yeah. By the way, follow us on Twitter, Omniboslive.
we have a Twitter account?
Yeah, I sometimes manage it. Sometimes I don't. I forget about it. I got to be real with it. I got to be real with the audience because I have a Twitter handle for my stuff. So I forget, and sometimes I'm retweeting thinking I'm on OmniBros, but I'm on mine. But follow us. Who knows what could happen?
Well, I know we do good stuff on Instagram because Gabe handles that.
Mhm.
You must not have been watching because I haven't done anything on Instagram in forever.
Well, you just put up a 50% off thing for the IST code.
Not as much as I used to. I used to really be hardcore on that thing.
3% off. Sorry.
Yeah, I was really hardcore on it for a while, and it's a lot of work. And it's part of my job already, so yeah.
While we're waiting, as a guy who has never read Hellblazer, should I get Garth Ennis Omni or wait for a complete omnibus run?
You're the Hellblazer guy, Jess. What do you think?
Mhm.
Yeah, let me go over and take a quick look.
I'd say get it, but then again,
And I think that if you just know who John Constantine is, that he's a wizard, a magician that's constantly got messing with demons from hell, and I think you can read that fine. all by itself, because there's only one or two arcs that comes before it to set it up, and it's just basically you learn what kind of person John is, which is he'll screw anyone over. He messes with demons from hell. He's always got an extra trick up his sleeve, and everybody around him gets hurt.
And I think that series is really produced in such a way where each creator's run is kind of on its own.
Right. Nothing continues on. I mean, and Garth Ennis writes him really well. Really well. And
I really liked Warren Ellis's run too.
Sorry?
Warren Ellis's run?
Yeah, that was good too. I learned a lot of good English slang from there. Like super deep cut slang.
So I think you should get it.
Yeah, I think the idea is you should get it.
Yeah. Who knows? I really doubt they'll put another Hellblazer omnibus, to be honest with you.
Yeah, depending or having your hopes set on a upcoming DC omnibus is a bad idea.
Yep.
I wish they hadn't canceled that TV show. That was a excellent TV show, that Constantine TV show.
I like the Keanu Reeves movie.
I did too.
A lot.
I liked it a lot too.
Heavily underrated to this day. I agree.
Oh yeah.
With the young Shia LaBeouf.
And Dishmon Honsu playing Papa Midnight.
Right.
Papa Midnight? Yeah, Papa Midnight.
Yeah, Papa Midnight, yeah. That after credit scene is one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
And the opening scene is one of the best. God, that opening scene on Constantine is incredible.
The bus scene and stuff, that creeped me out when I watched it.
The what scene?
That again.
When he's a kid and he's boarding the bus.
And he sees everybody's like dead and he sees all the evil spirits and stuff.
Oh, that creeped me out.
Or how his family would put him into like shock therapy. Oh, that's what bothers me thinking about that. Yeah, but ugh.
Here's a question for you, Gabe, from N40. Gabe, being a big FF guy, what do you think of the issues from the early 70s of FF when Sue was estranged from Reed and Medusa was a member? I am currently reading those right now.
I don't think I really read those issues before. I haven't read every FF. There's actually a lot of FF I haven't read. So I don't know, but keep me updated on what you think. I'd be interested to see, because that's an interesting era for sure, but I haven't read anything from there to really give you my opinion. Sorry.
Here's a follow-up to that from T. Lar Blunt. What do you think of Slot's Fantastic Four? I've heard mixed things, which is disappointing.
Yeah, I fall on the side of, from what I've read, I've only read a few issues of it, wasn't my favorite. It starts out with a big, starts out slow for me, and then there's a wedding, which is always boring.
The current run?
Yeah, the current run.
Oh.
Yeah. Weddings are the most boring stories in comic books and TV shows and just anything except real life. Anything else with the wedding is the worst. 4 weddings and a funeral, that's 5 funerals for me.
Nice.
Actually, this is a legit question that's been bugging Taylor Brown and I forever. When we do a YouTube video, somebody puts in a comment, bump. All it says is bump. What the heck does that mean?
It's a cocaine reference.
I get that part of it, but I don't understand the YouTube part. What does it mean when in the comment section it just says bump?
I don't know what that would work. I understand the concept of a bump comment, but I don't think that works in the world of YouTube.
I understand it in as far as like the Omnibus group goes when you're trying to sell something.
Yeah.
And you bump it so it gets back to the top.
Right. And I don't think that works in the YouTube world. I don't think every comment somehow bumps our video or your video or a video up to the top of the algorithm or anything like that.
Yeah.
Unless there was like 30,000 people doing it,
We got a response on that. I don't know if it's true or not.
The question, but he didn't have a question. It'll be a thing completely empty of comments, and he puts in bump.
I mean, I can see that. Yeah, like that. You know, he asked a question, you didn't see it. He's trying to get your attention, but if it's not attached to a previous comment, then it defeats that purpose.
It's driving Taylor and I nuts because he always puts bump.
Just ban him,
guy, and I think he's a fan of the channel because he's said nice things before, but now all he says is bump every chance he gets, and we're saying, "What are you saying?" And he won't answer us. He knows it's driving us crazy.
I think that's on purpose. Yeah.
Everybody go to Justice videos and just type bump.
Bump. Hashtag bump parade. Bring up more posts.
Here's a good question because this is a question that gets asked a lot. Continue with Fantastic Four opinions. What about Matt Fraction's run?
I hate that run. I despise that run.
I like the FF portion a whole lot. I love it.
I'm talking about the Fantastic Four part.
Is the FF one the one with Mike Allred?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that everybody likes.
But the run he did, the actual Fantastic Four title that he did with Mark Bagley on the art.
Bagley, yeah.
Boring. God, that was so boring.
No bueno.
And then he leaves. He ditches the title at the end of it, and Carl Kessel, I believe, who's a huge creator on the Fantastic Four, had to kind of just crib note the rest of the story.
I was reading it as it was coming out, but that was because Bagley's one of my favorite artists. So when he was on the book, I'm like, yay! But the actual writing is kind of eh.
Yeah, because Bagley was on FF for a while before, for a little bit, and his stuff is great. That guy was a monster, dude. He was doing Ultimate Spider-Man on a monthly basis, never missed an issue. And at one time he was doing Fantastic Four. He used to be able to do like 3 books a month. Yep. Guy's nuts. And great all of his work.
That FF team was awesome. I loved it. It was so wacky.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to reread Allred's and Slott's Silver Surfer.
I was asked what my favorite Aquaman run is. That's easy. Peter David.
Where was that?
At the 9:45. There we go. Yeah, Peter David. Peter David. The beginning, the beginning portion, and close second is Jeff Johns. Actually, a lot of people talk about Jeff Johns, but if you want to read just as good material, get the follow-up from the one that did the guy that did Red Hulk. What was it?
Jeff Parker.
Jeff Parker. Thank you. Yeah, his stuff on Aquaman, in my opinion, is just as good as John.
I've heard that too.
It's not better, but it's just as good. And he gives us that sense of adventure and like swashbuckling stuff, which the movie took some cues from. Actually,
I want hook hand Aquaman in a movie.
That'd be cool.
Or water hand.
Here's a good question. I'm gonna have to think long and hard about the answer to this. What book has been in your to read pile the longest?
The Inkel.
The Inkel. Good one.
Ever since I got it, it's just been there at the bottom of the list. I want to read it, but I'm like, there's so much stuff, and it just keeps getting dragged down the pile.
Yeah, the Inkel. Good. I read it, but I understand why. I think, Boy, that is a really good question.
Akira box set?
No, that's just a couple years old.
Mr. Awesome, I did. I didn't like it. I didn't like Bunn's Aquaman. It's such a stark departure from what Johns and Parker were doing. Doesn't fit the tone. It's wrong, and it's just
Does it have to be a book you never read before?
Yeah.
Stray Bullets.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. I want this would probably be good for your crime corner.
Yeah, we've been talking about it.
Yeah, Stray Bullets. That's probably the one I've had
Yeah,
for the longest that I haven't read before.
There's kind of a black hole section of my shelves. It's like right over there, the bottom two shelves. And I think it's Essex County.
Essex County?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I know, I left it on him too long, huh?
Somebody said Brubaker Cap. That's something
that I said I was going to read this year.
We should do that as another read along.
That'd be good after I get done with Daredevil.
Because I haven't read. I didn't start reading Brubaker's Captain America until after the death of Captain America. So all I've read of it was the Winter Soldier like forward stuff. Like Winter Soldier as Captain America, I should say, stuff forward. So it'd be kind of cool to watch to kind of read that from the beginning, see what all the hype is about.
Yeah, and that's a long run, $5.
No, I'm gonna read the last two. That was garbage.
The last two?
That's not really garbage, but there's especially towards the end when you get into that Captain America stuck in time like story, like the return and the who would yield the shield kind of stuff. That kind of fell off for me.
Oh.
Jess, just say TMNT volume 4 to 10 to shame Tyler.
Yeah, in my pile, Teenage Mutant Ninja volume 4 through 10. Tyler got me to buy them, and now I am not able to read them because I can't do a show on them because he's too busy.
I mean, that can't be the longest. That's only been in your collection for like 2 months.
No, it's true.
Did you watch the movie, the Batman TMNT movie?
Me?
Yeah.
I haven't seen any TMNT movies. I'm up for them. I'd watch them, but I still.
Okay, there we go with the does it still hold up idea I came with, where we can introduce each other to different stuff. The Ninja Turtle movies I would love to go back and see some of those again, and then we can talk about that.
Are those live action ones?
The first live action one it still holds up as the name of the show topic or whatever, but it's still really great, still fantastic. That and anything after that was garbage. The live action ones are terrible after that. The second one's good. But they don't use their weapons because parents got upset.
Freddie says the first two are still on Netflix, and I feel like they do hold up. Are those two I should be watching?
You don't want to watch the third one. The third one is I remember it was a lot of Wayne's World references.
Yep, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wayne's World?
Yeah, they there's a part where April and Neil walks by and they go, "Shwing." Remember that? Remember that was a thing?
That dates a movie. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then anybody else out there looking for TMNT movies? The movie called TMNT, the CGI film, is spectacular.
Yeah, that was fun. That had
spectacular.
Chris Evans as Casey Jones, right?
Yep.
NFL Dude 56, thank you for the $2 super chat. Watch TMNT 2007. It's amazing.
That's the one I was just talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I was just talking about. I think that's on Amazon. I think you can still watch it for free somewhere. But it is the best. Like,
it is.
It's the best. It's really bad. I don't think it did well in theaters, or something happened. The company, like the license changed or whatever, that we never got a sequel. It's one of the most injustice examples we have in this world.
That it didn't do well?
That it didn't get a sequel. Yeah.
Oh, they didn't get a sequel.
Yeah, it's like you ever seen the movie Dread?
No, it's another one I need.
It's like that. It's
a Dread situation.
We haven't gotten a Dread sequel. Is disgusting. It's a crime against humanity. Same thing with that TMNT film. Just the fight with Leo and Raph on the rooftop in the rain is got to be one of the most beautiful scenes of CGI you're ever going to see. I would love to see that in 4K.
There's so many things I need to see. I still haven't seen The Joker. I haven't seen Parasite. I haven't seen last week's Harley Quinn.
You need to see where's the damn Blu-ray? You need to see this too.
Millennium Actress, is that the Paprika trilogy that I'm missing?
Yeah. There's Paprika,
and then
Perfect Blue. Yep.
And those are on Amazon, right?
Yep. Amazon Prime.
I need to get myself a table full of drugs and just do them all and watch all these movies this week.
That's awesome. Invite me over.
Big old canister of ether.
I'll bring the snacks.
Okay, so we're closing in on 2 hours. So why don't we start our sign-offs? We've talked about how great IST is. The chat has been wonderful tonight. Thank you very much, chat. A lot of super chat stuff and a lot of good, thoughtful questions. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much. So, Gabe, where can they find you on the internet?
Instagram, Gabe Loves 90s Comics.
And Week in Geekdom.
A Week in Geekdom, where I talk about anime, comics, manga, all that fun stuff. I got a movie review coming up soon, so look forward to that.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
You can find me, Omnidog, on Omnidog's Vault on YouTube. And you can find me on Instagram, Omnidogs_Vault, where I actually do post fairly regularly. So thank you to everybody that watched. Thank you to everybody that's watching in the future. And peace and love. Thank you for tuning in to Omnibros Live.
And thank you for watching us in your flying car, people from the future.